Hi everyone, this is Big Benedict. We're playing DmC on Dante Must Die difficulty. This is mission 6. It's entitled Secret Ingredient. I did want to point out that when you first start in this chapter here, if you turn around, there is a key on a platform below where you start out. It's concealed. I'm not sure what type of key it is, but it's a key down there just hovering for you to get. None of these fights here are mandatory, although it can be kind of hard sometimes to latch onto that right there with the aerial enemies around you. So if you're having problems with that, like the main issue would be, for me anyway, was latching onto it would keep latching onto the aerial enemies rather than onto the to that platform that I needed to pull out so I could jump onto it. But as you can see, none of these fights are mandatory, and we're going to be fighting the succubus presently. I believe I mentioned that this was entitled Secret Ingredient, and it's just the boss fight after we get through this area here. So just hook onto this, and then we're going to be running right over to the boss fight. And it's not too hard of a boss fight, but you don't get any checkpoints on the main fight, so you're going to have to watch out for that. What I like though about this is I believe the damage that you deal to this guy is the same on the lower difficulty, Son of Sparda. So you just want to be hitting the red portion, the infected part of his head, when it's available to hit. Now if you are using the sledgehammer, he'll go down a lot quicker, and otherwise what he does is he has a tendency to swipe at you like that, so you just want to jump over it. It doesn't matter what side you're on, because even if he tries to swipe you with his arm, it doesn't matter what side you are, because you can just jump over it. He's also got those like area of effect attacks. He's got that move which just blows you away from him if you're too close to him. It takes a little bit of damage off of you, so you just don't want to be too reckless about taking him down. Just easy does it for the most part here. And what I was experiencing here was that it'll either go into this sequence here where you can't reach it, but if you've dealt him more damage than normal, you will just be able to grab it from there. You won't have to move over to the left or to the right, but once this fight progresses to this stage, you will have to move off of this platform, because he's going to try to crush it. So anytime that he tries to blow all of the poison at you, you're going to have to move to the other platform. Like, that might not have been necessary to do right there, but it's better to be safe than sorry. And just hitting his hands is just pretty good. It doesn't deal too much damage. Just realize that the Rebellion is the quickest tool that you have at your disposal, but the sledgehammer is going to take off more damage to him. And once you activate the devil trigger, it just, look at that damage! Fuck, I didn't even see that when I was playing, but it's just brutal damage. That's what I like about this game. Like, your hits actually count for something. The other DMCs, I'm not dissing those games, but your hits were so negligible. I love the fact. Let's see. Ooh, watch out for that. See the damage you receive here. Look at that damage, though. That's ridiculous. So I think there's going to be one more phase of fighting. And can we reach this? Yeah, you can reach it. So just pull it off of there. And this is a pretty crazy fight. I think it was in the demo, but I never played the demo past the beginning. So okay, so just hook on over to this part, and then we'll be on the final phase. If you need assistance, just use some of your items. Right there, I was just checking to see if you get a checkpoint, and you don't, because it said 3 minutes has elapsed. So it looks like we're killing 3 health bars here before we actually get a checkpoint. Okay, so there, see how he has those area of effect attacks on the ground, then he summons up, so you just gotta move out of the way of those. And pretty much the most frequent attack that he does is just the arm swipe. He's also got that attack, which is just another ground-based attack that you move out of the way of. There's a swipe. It's very easy to dodge. And at this point, you see over to the left, there's not anywhere for me to go. Like, anywhere to hook on. Like, I think this is the main platform, so... Yes. Okay, so there's nowhere to go. Like, I don't think the game would be so cruel as to put this entire platform in poison status so that you couldn't go over to anywhere else. But I somehow think that has happened to me before, but I can't verify that. But that would be really, really bad if the game did that. So the fight is almost over. I might be consulting the start menu here to see if you get a checkpoint, and I missed that. I'll have to look at that later. But I'm sure you get a checkpoint here. I'm almost certain. And all you're doing here is you're latching onto him. You're either doing the demon pull or the angelic lift, just depending on which icon you see glowing on the other side of this pool of muck here. And then you'll this part here, all you need to do is just keep swiping at where he's grabbing onto, and that's the end of the fight. I hope you cleared it, and we'll be moving on to mission 7.